La tierra pasará, tu amor se mantendrá, solo es tu gracia, mi piedra angular.
It is not easy to come to a new country all by yourself. We were strangers to this land and to each other, brought here by the will and the grace of God. I wanted to be there for my brothers and sisters from Latin America because God has given me a home and a family here in Taiwan.
我一开始认识 Rudy 的时候，他刚来到台湾就读研究所。我看得出来，在他里面对神的爱，跟他对拉丁美洲人的热切。在门训的时候，我会跟他们一起做梦，想神在台湾可以在这些拉丁美洲学生身上成就些什么样子的事呢？年复一年 ，Rudy 会去机场接这些刚从各个拉丁美洲国家来的学生，让他们可以先住到他家里面去，直到帮他们找到一个合适的住处为止。神已经把列国带到台湾了，我们还在等什么呢？
I took care of the new students, taking them around Taipei until they could find the way themselves. I helped them with the ARC application and taught them how to fit in their culture. I brought them to a small group, inviting them to my spiritual home and introduced my family in Taiwan to them. Not long after, we had our own Spanish small group and began a local Latino ministry. In the beginning, I never thought of coming to Taiwan because it was so far and the culture is so different. But God just told me that I needed to come here because He was gonna continue the process that He once started in my life. And I came to study, to do my bachelor's and then my master's degree in Taiwan. And being here in Taiwan, what happened was that I found a family here in Bread of Life where I was loved and accepted as I am. And I also found my identity as a son of God, and I was empowered as well. So here I discover my ministry as well and my calling. We started prayer altars on different campuses around Taipei to pray for foreign students who were facing challenges in Taiwan. We also held the evangelistic events for them to encounter them. Last year, during the National Day, we had an overnight prayer meeting to pray for Taiwan because Taiwan has blessed us in so many ways. Around Christmas, students from abroad usually feel extra lonely because the Asian culture doesn't celebrate Christmas the way we do. Whereas we celebrate Christmas, the Taiwanese people have a whole week to celebrate the Chinese New Year. We are very thankful towards our brothers and sisters at Bread of Life for inviting us who don't have a family here in Taiwan to spend time in their homes and with their families. This is an experience that we look forward to each year.
打从一开始，神就给了我们一个梦想，就是可以在瓜地马拉建立一个像基地一样的地方，让我们可以继续建造这些完成学业回到自己国家的拉丁美洲学生。我们不知道这个梦想会怎么发生，但就在这个时候，神把 Gia 跟 Sarah 两夫妇带到我们当中。
We came to Taiwan. I came for work, and she came first to study. Every time we received something from Bread of Life, we had in our hearts like this is something that our church back in Guatemala need. We come from a very different scenario. I mean, it's a Christian country, but the revelation that Bread of Life Taiwan has is totally different, and we felt that that's something really needed back at home.
Yeah, because we were like so touched about like everything like happened to our life. Like even the two of us, we changed so much since we came here. Like we received a family, so many breakthroughs, like this new revelation culture of honor that we were like, we really need to share this with our church. They really need it.
From the very beginning, that they have been really open to receive, to see, because they were a church without coverage, trying to work everything out on their own. And every time we talked to them about all of this, what was happening, and they were just really excited. They wanted to know more about. Maybe they never imagined
that we never imagined
something this big will happen. Like that, Bread of Life will give them the coverage that they need, the support, the structure, everything.
Since I came here, I just feel like family, and then so many revelations that is a part of my life now. I always thought like I don't want to leave Taiwan because I really want to continue coming to EM, like it's that important. But now that we have like the same back home, it's like a lot of peace. I just feel like wow, even though like one day we're going back, we're still gonna have this family that we have here back home, the same culture.
感谢神，我们今年在中美洲开始了我们第一间灵粮堂。瓜地马拉灵粮堂，在3月的时候，我有荣幸可以跟团队一起去到瓜地马拉。我们在那边有连结的伙伴，连结的弟兄姐妹。我们有一个很重要的任务，要来先开办我们在瓜地马拉的基金会。透过基金会，我们可以开始成立这个教会。我们发现，要在3天里面在瓜地马拉办基金会是不可能的事情，因为中南美洲的洗钱的问题，所以政府对基金会是非常非常严谨的。可是，在这一整个过程当中，我们看见神的恩典在其中，这是在瓜地马拉历史当中从来没有发生的事。但是在3天之内，我们真的把这个基金会办下来。另外，我们去还有一个很重要的任务，就是为这个分堂寻找它的一个聚会点。在中间的波折当中，我们看见到神最后带我们去到一个最棒的应许之地，那个地方是超过我们可以想象的一个地方，用一个非常非常棒的一个价钱，我们谈到了一个聚会点。而当我们在那里在5月的时候献堂的时候，我们心里面充满了感恩，因为深知道海北灵粮堂是神所爱的教会。当我们去到世界各个地方的时候，神的恩宠也与我们一起同去。